process to be as supportive as possible. And my first real sort of inaugural meeting was with the lovely Eric here at City West Housing, where I attended and was on a dragon's den. In fact, I was called a dragon a few times. I didn't really get on with that. And it was quite a formal process, I think you'd agree that, because the applicants had to come in and stand up and pitch. And so we took that model back to GMCVO and decided to do it in a more roundtable, supportive way. I knew I'd be terrified standing up, hence why I'm not standing up now, because my knees shake when I start talking. So I thought, if you can hide behind a table, then you're going to get what you need out of that person. You're not going to get fear, you're going to get them talking about what makes them passionate. And I hope you'll agree that that was a good tack, really. So we enlisted the help of some lovely people, one of which was Mandy Naylor as well, so and Jez and Adrian, and they're all passionate about social enterprise, they're all social entrepreneurs, they all know the field, but they volunteered to be on our panel. I'll let Tekla explain a little bit about the application process, because with a lot of the partners here, I'm sure that you enlisted a lot of support before they got to the stage. We wanted to encourage them to get to the application stage, through the application stage to the interview. It wasn't that interview, that application doesn't stack up, so we're not going to interview them. Sometimes people weren't quite there, and we wanted to give them that extra support and that push. And sometimes they even came in for some courses, didn't they, some training beforehand, so a session with somebody like Mandy who will sit down and say, okay, what's missing from your application, what do you need to consider if you're going to sit in front of the panel. And we've carried on that through the process. So networking, as you can see, there's examples there of networking through the support sessions that we've done. Listening to them as well, so listening to the awardees of what they want. And if we went into a session thinking, okay, we'll give them some legal information, we'll give them some accounting information, and if they came back to us and said, actually, it would have been good if we'd have had this, that or the other, we've listened and tried to approach it in a way that benefits the awardees. Now we're working towards a Greater Manchester Social Enterprise Network, and it's something me and Tekla is carrying on with, so that at the end of this project, it doesn't just end there. We don't say bye to you. We want you to come under the umbrella of the GMSEN and continue that support and that contact and the networking.
We went through kind of a couple of different networks that we have through GMCVO. So there was the Greater Manchester BME network, and then there was a network of kind of community hubs, and it's just trying to reach people who might not necessarily always be aware of these kind of opportunities and might not hear of them through their kind of social networks, and people maybe who aren't so kind of business savvy, and that's not the kind of area that they generally move about in. So we wanted to be able to provide that opportunity wider and see who we got coming to us. But we've had obviously great people showing up, and I guess that process of doing the kind of supportive panel session was wonderful, just to kind of have the opportunity to talk through people's ideas with them, and also get that input from people who had a lot of experience in the sector. And it's always, there's little links that you can never predict, where someone will be like, oh, I know that person, actually I've got a mate who does this, and it's having those people in the room who can kind of make those links and bring up ideas that you wouldn't have even thought of. And that's been really great, because there's just people that we know through the kind of sector in Greater Manchester. And then just those different support sessions, seeing people's ventures grow, and it's always, it's been, everyone's had different experiences and gone through different kind of journeys, but for everyone there'll be points at which things that they might be struggling with, or there might be different issues, but then it's learning through that process as well. And I think that's just been really interesting to see the way some people have changed tack, and things have gone differently to how they expected, but it's been a really good process, I think, and everyone's just been so great. All the awardees are just, it's been great to hear from them.